Good morning dear children, this video is for class 10th, science chapter number 6, life processes, and this is lecture number 2, part number 1. The topic of today's lecture is heterotrophic nutrition. We have done the autotrophic nutrition in previous lecture. What do you mean by heterotrophic nutrition? Hetero means others, and trophic means feeding. So we can define heterotrophic nutrition as the type of nutrition in which the living organisms, they are dependent on other organisms for their food or for their feeding. So we all know that food that we eat is of various kinds. It can be stable, like grass, which is eaten up by cows. So grass is stable and cow comes and eat it, or somehow it is transferred to the cow for feeding purpose. Then we can also have mobile food. For example, any prey or deer for a tiger. So tiger is capable of running and he is able to catch his prey so that he can feed himself. Now what happens that these two types of organisms are different. So why they are different? Because their body parts are adaptive to the type of food that they eat. Cow eats up grass because it's not able to run and catch its prey. Accordingly, its body is designed to digest the grass. Tiger do not eat grass. He is able to run and catch his prey, and that's why he eats other organisms which are mobile. So it depends on the body parts which are adaptive to a particular kind of food. Only then the organisms, they choose a particular type of category which they eat. Heterotrophic nutrition can be further categorized into three parts. First, saprophytic nutrition. Second, parasitic nutrition. And third is holozoic nutrition. Now let us understand one by one. So the first type is saprophytic nutrition. It is a kind of nutrition in which the organism takes its food from dead or decaying matter. Why so that they take their food from dead and decaying matter? It's because their body is adaptive to this kind of food only. Now, we can have the example of mushroom or any kind of fungi. So these can be the examples of saprophytic nutrition. Here mushroom and fungi, they both take the decomposed form of food. The dead and decaying food is decomposed form of food. And why they take up the dead and decaying matter? Because their body is not having a digestive system. They cannot take the complex food because digestion cannot occur inside the body. So they take the food which is already digested or decomposed so that the food taken up by them can be directly absorbed in their organism. So it's only because that mushroom and fungi and all these kind of organisms, they do not have a system to digest the food, and that's why they do not take up the food as a whole, so that there is no need to digest it and absorb it into the plant. The second type of nutrition is parasitic nutrition. In this kind of nutrition, the living organism, it absorbs the nutrients from some other organism, but without killing it. So, the parasitic organisms, they obtain their food from other living organisms without killing them. So this kind of organisms, they do not kill the host organism, but they absorb the food from them. The same happens that they are not able to digest the food, so they are dependent on other living organisms. They absorb the nutrients from that living organism. For example, the lice. Lice, or these are the organisms which stay in head or hair, and they take up or they suck the blood from our head. Then another example can be leeches. These are found in animals like cows and buffaloes. One more example can be tapeworm. Tapeworm is found in humans and animals both, and it is generally found inside the intestine of the organisms like humans and animals, and they absorb the nutrient from the intestine. One more example, these are all the animals, but here one more example is from the plants also. Cuscuta, which is also called as amarberry. This is a kind of plant which absorbs the nutrient from the tree on which it is lying. So that tree is the host organism for this Cuscuta. So here all these lice, leeches, tapeworm and Cuscuta, they absorb the nutrients from the host organism without killing them. Third type of nutrition is holozoic nutrition. Holozoic means the solid food. So we can say that holozoic nutrition is the type of nutrition in which the animals or the organisms, they take up the food as a whole or in the solid form. Now what do you mean by solid form? The holozoic organisms, they are having the capability to digest the food inside their body. So they can digest their food, and that's why they take up the food as a solid. They break it down into their own body, and then after digestion the absorption of the nutrients occurs. Here we can have the example of animals, under animals both the things are coming, like human beings and all the other animals. Now there can be lower level animals or higher level organisms. Lower level animals can be any single celled organism, whereas the higher level organisms are well-organized structures like humans. So let us have the example of lower level animal here in this lecture, part 1. And in the part 2, we will discuss the higher level organisms like human beings. So in the second lecture, we are going to understand the nutrition in humans. So let us see the nutrition in single-celled animals. If we talk about the single-celled animals, we can have the example of amoeba and paramecium, those who are just having a single cell inside which the whole process occurs. Now let us see how the digestion or absorption of the nutrients occurs in amoeba. The process of nutrition in single-celled organism, it follows 4 steps. First, ingestion, the intake of food, then digestion occurs, or the decomposition of the compound or the food into simpler particles. Then absorption, and finally excretion or ejection. Absorption is the process of absorbing the nutrients from the food, and the rest of the food, which is waste for us, is egested out from the body, or it is excreted out from the body. Nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba is a single-celled organism, so the food is taken up by the entire surface. So the first process is ingestion of food. So we all know that amoeba is a single-celled organism which is not having a particular shape. So here is the nucleus of the cell, and here we are all having the other parts of the cell. So whenever it sees a food item or food particle near it, so this is the food particle, then it extends its end towards the food, and it tries taking food from the finger-like projections to extend by extending its cell walls towards the food. So these temporary projections are called pseudopodia. So the intake of the food or capturing of the food takes place through the pseudopodia. So it is increasing the capturing of the food, and when these two vacuoles they meet up, they finally capture the food inside the cell. So now the amoeba has captured the food inside it in a food vacuole. So food is being captured, and it is a single-celled organism, so it is directly taking up the oxygen from atmosphere, and it keeps on digesting the food. So inside the vacuole, the complex food substances are broken down into simpler ones, and the nutrients they diffuse into the cytoplasm of the cell from the food vacuole. Now the waste product which is left, or the unused food which remains here, is thrown out of the cell wall, which is called as egestion. With the same process, the food particles will eject out. That the cell wall causes the rupture of the cell wall and throws out the food away, the unused food away. and the cell wall becomes the same as earlier. So this is how the nutrition in amoeba occurs. That first, the amoeba captures the food into its pseudopodia, and then it takes it inside the cell wall. Then the complex food is broken down into simpler forms and then absorbed. The nutrients are absorbed into the cytoplasm of the cell. Then the waste food is thrown out of the cell wall, and that's how the nutrition takes place in amoeba. The other organism called paramecium, as the amoeba was not having a definite shape, but it extends its cell wall towards the food. But paramecium is also a unicellular organism. It has a definite shape and it is having a particular spot to absorb or to take in the food. Then the food is moved to this spot by the movement of cilia. So here in the case of amoeba, we were having the pseudopodia which was capturing the food. Here we have the cilia which moves the food to a particular spot where the food is digested or broken down, and then the nutrients are absorbed in the cytoplasm of the cell. So that's how the nutrition in another single cell organism takes place. So dear students, this is it for today. We are having the second part also of lecture number 2, in which we have the detailed explanation for nutrition in humans. So watch that after watching this video.